All right, guys, we're back for more, and it's another time to see if the Pirates are going to finally overcome this short losing streak that they've been on. Now, one thing I'll tell you here as we begin is that if you notice that the formatting of the screen is off as Pete Reiser takes a ball here for the Braves and another ball from Bob Chestnut with his first start this season. If the screen looks a little bit off, it's because for some reason OBS decided to reset its settings on me. 3-0 the count on Pete and Reiser now, and there's a strike, 3-1. And so if I look a little bit odd, that's the reason why. And Bob Chestnut loses him, and that's a walk. And there's a runner now on first base for the Braves. That'll bring up Connie Ryan. Ryan hitting 324, and it looks like he's trying to maybe bunt, steps away from a ball, and there's a strike. Bob having a hard time here with his first start of the season. He misses again. It's 2-1, and there's one low. 3-1 the count now on Connie. He gets that ball into left field, and that's going to be a base hit, and so their runners now on at first and second for the Braves with nobody out here top of the first. If the Pirates keep playing like this, they won't be featured much longer. 2-0 now the count on Marv Rickard, and this looks like it's problematic, and there's a fly ball over there to right field as Dixie Walker goes jogging in, finally calls for it, grabs it for the first out, one away. Jim Russell up there now, and he takes a first pitch breaking ball for a strike and another fastball at the belt, 0-2 the count. Sinker's low, it's 1-2. That's high and outside, 2-2. Breaking ball misses high. It's a full count now on Russell. That one's popped foul. Count remains full, and there's ball 4 high. 2 walks so far for Bob Chestnut, and that'll bring up Eddie Stanky, bases loaded, top of the first. And Stanky takes the ball. It's 1-0, and he fouls one off. 1-1 the count now, and that one is low. 2-1 the count. 3-1 now. I'm looking at Chestnut. In real life, had 82 walks, but in 145 innings, so he's not exactly a walk and inning type person. Got 2 here in his first start. There's a little ground ball over to Pascal. He grabs it at second, flips over to Castiglione for 1, on to Fleming at first for the double play. And so we go to the bottom of the first. No score there for the Braves. And here, of course, is Ralph Kiner hitting 351 among the leaders, 712 slugging percentage. He hits a little ground ball over to Ryan at short. He makes the play and throws to first for the out, 1 away. Here's Ed Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald also hitting well, and he dumps that one over into left field for a base hit. That'll bring up Pete Castiglione with the runner on at first. There's a ball there from Bill Voiselle and a foul ball. 1-1 the count now. Bill Voiselle 2-3 on the season, 4.53 ERA. His next pitch is hit over to Holmes in right field, who makes the catch for the out, 2 away, and it's Eddie Bachman now. Bachman takes the ball high. There's one low. 2-0 now the count on Eddie, and there's a strike in there to him. It's 2-1. That's fouled away. It's 2-2 now the count. That one's outside, and it's a full count now on Voiselle. So we have another umpire here who looks like he's a little bit stingy, and that one just missed. I don't know how that one missed, and that's ball 4. Runners on at first and second now for Dixie Walker. Sorry about that. So we've seen 3 walks here already. We're not even out of the first inning. 2 by the Pirates, 1 by the Braves, and the Dixie Walker, the batter's a 3-0 count on him, and there's ball 4. That'll load him up for Wally Westlake. So the base is loaded again. 4 walks so far in this one. And that's a ground ball over to the right side, and it hits a rock and pops over Lakeman's head. That's a base hit, scores 2 runs, and that'll bring up Les Fleming now with the runners on at first and third. And so the Pirates, I guess, still have a little bit of that luck in them. As we said last time, the best of times and the worst of times, and this is looking a little bit closer to the best of times. 1-0 the count on Fleming, and there's a couple throws to first, nothing happening, and a strike in there on him, 1-1 the count. That one's fouled straight back. It's 1-2. Foul back again, 1-2 the count remains. Another one fouled back, and there's one low and away for ball 2. 2-2 the count. That's out and away. Full count now on Fleming. And there's ball 4 missing high. Bill Voiselle with 3 walks so far. He had 79 and 169 innings in real life, so whatever's going on here with the RNG is not helping these pitchers. Monty Pascal fouls one away, and that one's in the dirt and loose, and Macy ends up kicking that one, the catcher, and that allows all the runners to move up. That makes it a 3-0 game. We're still in the bottom of the first inning. Pascal's still up there. 1-2 now the count on him as he takes a strike, and that's inside for a ball, 2-2. That's inside. It's a full count now on Pascal. There's a shot, right into the Pirate dugout. That's the end of that one. And the next pitch in there is low for ball 4. And here comes Bob Chestnut now with the bases loaded. The Pirates with the bases loaded again. 4 walks in this inning by Bill Voiselle. Man. Bob Chestnut, of course, first at bat of the season, takes a strike. And then one outside, 1-1 the count. And that one crosses up Macy, and that's a pass ball on him. We've had a wild pitch and a pass ball, and that allows the runners to move up. It's a 4-0 ball game now. Chestnut, by the way, interestingly enough, it didn't hit against lefties at all in the regular season. How about that? 3-1 the count on him. Interesting for a starting pitcher. That's high and tight, and so he takes his base. Walk number 5 given up by Villoiselle. 5 walks in the first inning, and here's Ralph Kiner with the bases loaded, who takes a strike. And there's a changeup outside, 1-1 the count. That's high, 2-1. There's strike 2, 2-2 the count now on Kiner. Fouls one off. It remains 2-2. It's a fastball high and inside. It's a full count on him. 44 pitches in the first inning for Bill Voiselle. And there's a little pop-up off the bat of Kiner just out of play. That was pitch number 45. Here's 46. It's hit slowly over to Eddie Stanky at second base. Makes the play and throws to first for the out. We go to the top of the second. 45 pitches in that inning. 4-0 Pirates now. Here's Tommy Holmes, who takes the ball and then a strike. 1-1 the count. Little pop-up that goes foul, just out of play. 1-2 the count now, and there's a ball to him, 2-2. Little ground ball over to the right side. Pascal makes the play on that one, throws over to first, and not quite in time. Holmes, who has no wheels at all, manages to beat that one out for a base hit. That'll bring up Phil Macy. Macy with a hard time out there in the bottom of the first, a pass ball and the wild pitch. 1-0 pitch to him is a fly ball over to Dixie Walker in right field for the first out, one away, and it's Al Lakeman. Lakeman hits that ground ball back to Chestnut, who turns around, throws over to Pascal for one, and on to Fleming at first for a double play. You know, Diamond Mine Baseball doesn't really make a big deal out of this, but I think it's a big deal, right? These ground balls back to the pitcher where he's got to turn around and throw to whoever's covering the bag. It's not an easy play. Happens a lot, apparently. Here's Fitzgerald, who fouls one off and then takes a ball. Good job there by Chestnut making that double play, as we're here in the bottom of the second now. 2-2 the count now on Ed Fitzgerald, and he hits one over to left side for a base hit. The first inning one, I believe, was also hit to left field. And Fitzgerald likes to push that fastball, go with it, that is, to the opposite way. And here's Pete Castiglione. He takes the ball, 1-0 now the count on Pete. It's chopped up the middle, and that ends up being Ryan, the shortstop, who makes the play. No play at second, throws to first for the out, one away, and Fitzgerald moves up to second. Eddie Bachman now takes a ball low, 1-0 the count. Below the knees, the second one, it's 2-0, and there's one in there for a strike, 2-1 the count. There's another strike to him. It's 2-2, and that's hit up to right center field. Russell has it for the out. Fitzgerald will hold. No reason to send him to third. 2 away, and here's Dixie Walker. Walker takes the strike, 0-1. That's high. 1-1 now the count of Dixie. That's up and in tight for a ball, 2-1. And there's a base hit to left field, and Walker able to beat him. We'll send Fitzgerald home. Walker will stay at first, and here's the play at home, and man, look at that. So Macy missed the initial tag, and Fitzgerald missed the play completely. And this is a good example of what not to do as a base runner. So Fitzgerald ends up completely missing the plate. The tag completely missed him. And instead of having a 5-0 lead, we are now going to the top of the third inning. So this game may look to you like it's completely out of hand, but never say never. And that was a really interesting play. A pretty bad piece of base running, and not really a great play by the catcher either. And so that's what happens. You end up going here into my awful play pile where we keep all the real fun stuff. Top of the third inning now. Here's Bill Voiselle, the pitcher, and he lines one through the left side for a base hit number 3 for the Braves. Voiselle hitting mostly out of frustration after that awful first inning pitching. Little ground ball now by Pete Reeser over to Bachman at third base. Goes to Pascal at second for 1. The return throw over to Fleming, not in time, and Reeser ends up at first base now. Here's Connie Ryan, who takes a swings and misses at 1, 0-1 the count. And that's hit over to deep left field, and that's over Kiner's head. That's going to be a double for Ryan. Reeser ends up holding third. Runners on at second and third now for the Braves. Top of the third, 4-0 the score in favor of Pittsburgh. Here is Marv Rickard. Rickard takes a ball, 1-0 the count, and there's a big fastball right down Broadway, 1-1 now the count. There's one foul back. It's 1-2 on Rickard, and there's a little ground ball to shortstop, and Castiglione's got that one. He's going to throw over to first. We're not going to worry about Reeser. And Ryan, interestingly enough, has to hold that ball hit in front of him. And now there's 2 away, and it's 4-1 Pittsburgh. And Jim Russell hits a fly ball over there to center field. It's going to be the center fielder Westlake grabbing that one for the out. We're to the bottom of the third, and here is Westlake, and he hits one to left center field for a base hit, first pitch he sees. So Wally gets on, and here comes Les Fleming. Fleming hitting .308, limited appearance, and didn't do much in real life either. 1-1 now the count on him. In fact, he hit 1,000 against lefties. How about that in real life? 1-2 is the count on him, and 2-2. I'm guessing that Pittsburgh probably didn't face a lot of left-handed pitching in real life. I think that's what's going on. 2-2 the count now, and that fastball just missed. It's a full count now on Fleming. And there's ball 4. And man, Vauzel has walked 6 so far. And here comes Monty Bascal. So 4-1 Pirates, and they are challenging and threatening again. There's a ball to Bascal. And he hits a little ground ball to shortstop, and it eats up Ryan. He has no play anywhere. That loads the bases. I tell you, you don't need to bunt. Just have them all swing away. Might as well. Bob Chestnut's up there now, second at bat this season. Actually, I'm sorry, still looking for the first one because he walked last time. 1-1 the count now on Bob. And that's hit to the right side for a base hit, and he scored at least one, driven in, that is one, and they're going to try to score another one. And Fleming ends up scoring standing up. That's a 2 RBI base hit for Chestnut, and Bascal goes to third base, 6-1 Pittsburgh. And here comes Ralph Kiner again. Kiner disappointing last time with the bases loaded, and I'm sorry, the time before last. Maybe their bases were loaded last time as well. No, they were. That's right. That was at the bottom of the first inning. 2-0 the count now on Ralph, and that one misses high. Bob Hall, the new pitcher that is for Boston, 1.17 ERA, but only in 7 innings, and he walked Kiner on 4 pitches. That'll bring up Fitzgerald. Don't know if you really want to do that. Fitzgerald's 2 for 2. And that's a fly ball to left field, and that's over Rickard's head. What did I just say? That's a base hit for Fitzgerald. Scores 2. Kiner goes to third. It's 8-1 Pittsburgh, and here is Pete Castiglione. Little ground ball towards second base. Kiner's going to score, and Stanky ends up having to go over to first base with that. Fitzgerald able to break up any potential double play. It's now 9-1 Pittsburgh, and here is Eddie Bachman. That's a ball in there to Bachman. There's one away. Bachman swings and misses at that one. 1-1 the count, and there's a ball off the inside edge. It's 2-1 now on Eddie, and that's on the corner for a strike. 2-2 the count now on Bachman, and he looks at that one and looks at strike 3, and he'll go back to the bench. He was just window shopping, but you don't want to window shop with 2 strikes on you. Here's Dixie Walker, takes a ball from Hall. And a little ground ball over to Reeser. Third base makes the play, throws to first for the out. We go to the top of the fourth. Eddie Stanky up there now takes a strike. 0-1 the count, and that's hit foul. It's 0-2 now on Stanky. That's a little bit high. 1-2 the count, and there's a little nubber foul. 1-2 still on Stanky. That's just off the plate. 2-2 the count, and that misses again. Full count now on Eddie. Ground ball over to Bascal at second base, makes the play and throws to first for the out. 1 gone. Here's Tommy Holmes, who takes the ball, and then a strike. 1-1 the count. There's a fastball inside for the second strike. It's 1-2 now on Holmes. That's foul back. 1-2 the count remains. Another foul ball. 1-2 still is the count on Holmes, and that's fouled off again. Still 1-2. Little fly ball over to right field. Dixie Walker's got that one for the out. 2 away, and here's Phil Macy. Macy takes the ball. 1-0 the count, and that's fouled back. It's 1-1 now on Phil. There's a little ground ball over to Bachman at third. Makes the play and throws to first for the out. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Wally Westlake, and I just wanted to note, as he hits a line drive to Ryan at short, who makes the catch in the air for the out, 1 away. Here's Les Fleming. Wanted to note that it's not so good. It doesn't bode well for the Braves to have a starter that can't even get to the 4th inning, let alone the 5th. 2-0 the count now on Fleming, and there's a swing and a miss. It's 2-1. 9-1 Pirates, as it's 2-2 on Fleming. 9-1 the score, and that one just misses. It's a full count on him now. And we've seen a lot of walks in this game so far. Fleming fouls one off. Full count remains. That's popped up to the right side and just fouling into the seats. There's one hit over to Ryan this time. The shortstop makes the play smoothly. Throws to first for the out. 2 away. And here's Monty Bascal. Bascal takes that one high for a ball. 1-0 the count. That's on the outside corner for a strike. That one paid a little bit of black on it, very well placed. And then there's a ground ball over to Reeser. Third baseman has that, throws to first for the out. We go to the top of the 5th. Al Lakeman up there takes the strike and then fouls one back. 0-2 the count on Al. It's line to left field. Kiner's got that one easily for the out. 1 out. And here is L.B. Fletcher, pinch hitter. And so it's going to be a real bullpen day here for the Braves. And as 1-2 now, the count is on Fletcher, who hasn't hit much of anything. I should probably be starting this guy, and he ends up getting a base hit over into the outfield. Fletcher should be playing first base, I suppose. Who do I have starting? Well, I have this guy, Lakeman. I was looking for, when I did this lineup myself before this game, I was looking for who should be the starting first baseman, because I know that we've overused Al Lakeman and somehow missed Fletcher, or did something, I'm not sure what, so we'll have to fix that one up. Pete Reeser is an 0-2 count on him. It's possible, as Reeser strikes out on 3 straight pitches, looked at that last one, 2 away now, and here's Connie Ryan. It's possible, no, he only has first base listed. I must have missed something. I must have missaw that, but it's all right. We'll repent of it next time the Braves play. Connie Ryan up there takes a strike and a ball, 1-1 the count. And that one's bounced foul, 1-2 now the count. And that fastball misses, it's 2-2. There's ball 3 that misses just inside. Full count now on Ryan. And he swings and misses that one, strikes out. That is strikeout number 2 for Chestnut. And Chestnut leads off this inning. They always say, think about those great defensive plays as Chestnut quickly swings and misses the 2 strikes, 0-2 the count. You make a great defensive play, then you lead off the next inning. Well, I don't know if the strikeout was such a great defensive play, but Chestnut then is called out on strikes, so I suppose that there's some poetic justice in that. 1 out now, and here's Ralph Kiner, takes a ball. Johnny Antonelli, who if you followed that 48 World Series, is the pitcher, and Kiner hits a ground ball to Ryan, and it eats him up again. Second error of the game on the shortstop, and that puts a runner on at first base now for the Pirates with 1 out, bottom of the 5th, up 9-1. Ed Fitzgerald up there now takes a strike and then fouls one off. It's 0-2 on Ed. And that one's low. 1-2 the count now on Ed. Fouled out of play, still 1-2. Fouled back to the screen, 1-2 the count remains. Ground ball over to third base, and that's called a foul ball, and that's a real rare one here. So Reeser made the play, and they're ruling that one hit off of Fitzgerald's foot. I'm not sure how often you see that one, but every once in a while you'll see this type of play-by-play. I don't know. I want to say this. I don't know of any other game that does that sort of thing, that has play-by-play that's like, it's not really what happened, right? And the game has to correct itself. I don't know of any other game that does that. And then the next pitch is in there. Fitzgerald chases after that one and goes down on strikes, and so he's now 3 for 4 today. So much for the perfect day. Pete Castiglione up there now takes a screwball for a strike, fouls one off, and quickly it's 0-2 on him, and then swings, just barely fouls that one off. 0-2 the count remains. That one's high, 1-2 now. 2-2 as that one misses outside, and that's hit hard to right center field, and that's going to go to the wall. And Kiner will score. Castiglione easily able to make it over to third base. That was hit over to right center field over here where it's 417. That's what will do that. Remember, we have Greenberg's Gardens over here. Greenberg's not even on the team anymore. 10-1 Pirates, and Eddie Bachman is up there, and they'll just walk him intentionally. I don't even know why you care when you're down by 9. Dixie Walker up there now, runners on first and third, takes the strike, 0-1 the count. That's hit up the ground, up the middle, little ground ball to Ryan, who makes the play and throws to first for the out, and we'll go to the top of the 6th. Marv Rickard up there, and takes a ball from Bob Chestnut. So we'll see if Chestnut can go all the way for the Pirates. 2-0 the count on Rickard now. 78, now 79 pitches in as the count's 1-2. There's another strike to Rickard, 2-2. Ground ball just out of the reach of Pascal for a base hit number 6 for the Braves. I think Chestnut can do it, though it'll be a little high pitch count if he is able to make it. Jim Russell takes the ball and then swings and misses a 1-1 the count. It's a fastball high, 2-1 on Russell. That's way upstairs for ball 3. 3-1 is the count on him. There's strike 2 in the inside corner, full count now on Jim, and he hits one over to right center field, and it's actually Walker who goes in front of Westlake to make that catch for the out, 1 away. And here comes Eddie Stanky. I do think Chestnut might be able to do it if he has the fielding he needs. 1-1 the count now on Eddie. Next pitch in there for a ball is 2-1. And there's ball 3 on him, 3-1 the count, and there's strike 2 as you watch that one go by. Full count on Stanky, and that's low and outside, and that's the third walk that Bob's given up today. And here comes Tommy Holmes, who takes one wide of the plate, 1-0 the count. There's a strike, 1-1 now the count on Holmes. Fouled off, 1-2. And that one's hit deep to right field. That baby's gone. Well, Chestnut isn't going to last long if he gives up many more of those. Tommy Holmes clears the bases, 3-run homer over to right field, and that's a long way to hit a ball. And they're kind of trying to remind people that this is the defending National League champions. They haven't been playing like it so far this season. Phil Macy up there now takes a strike. You remember Macy, he was involved in that controversial call at second base in the first game of the 48 World Series where Feller turned around, threw to Lou Boudreau. It was a set play. They had Macy picked off. There's photographic evidence, but he was called safe. Macy here hits a ground ball over to the shortstop, Ryan, who throws to first for the out, 2 away. And here's Al Lakeman, who takes the ball, 1-0 the count. That's looped over to left center field, and that's down there and by Kiner for a base hit, and Lakeman's able to get a double on that one. I tell you, I'm going to have at some point in time here in the future, I've been planning it, we're going to talk about the fielding exploits of Dante Bichette, and I have a whole bunch of video that we can watch. I think that it'll be really interesting, but every time I read about Ralph Kiner doing this stuff over in left field, I think about a video I've seen of Dante Bichette. Double there for Lakeman, and here's Bob Elliott pinch hitting for Antonelli. He takes the ball. Bob Elliott, another player you'll recognize from that World Series. 2-0 the count on him, and that's a base hit that makes it through. And here comes Lakeman trying to score. Here comes that throw home, and he's called safe at the plate. It's 10-5, and so Chestnut's probably not going to make it that long here today. I see Elliott needs to be playing at third base, and see, I'm trying to teach myself who's playing where. We'd have to take Reeser out of that position, probably put him in left field, and that was the question I really wanted to answer. So we may have to redo this Boston Braves lineup here once we get to Sunday. Pete Reeser hits a little ground ball over to Bachman, who makes the play, throws to first for the out, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Wally Westlake here for the Pirates. Chestnut, if he ends up coming up to bat, is going to be taken out here. Westlake fouls one off, 0-1 the count on him. It's inside, and that hits him, and Westlake goes to first, and it didn't look like it hit him. In fact, he just stood there as if nothing had happened. And they're saying that it sort of hit, I guess, a thread on his uniform, something like that. That'll bring up Les Fleming. Fleming takes the strike, breaking ball, 0-1. Throw to first base, gets away, Westlake stays, and there's a ground ball over to Stanky in the hole, and he flips over to Ryan for 1, and that's all they get, and that'll bring up Pascal. Now Monty Pascal up again, 0-2 today, did score a run like almost everybody on Pittsburgh has done. He fouls one away, 0-1 the count. Little ground ball over to short, and it's Reeser, actually third baseman, who cuts off Ryan, throws to first for the out, no play at second. Fleming moves up, and as promised, here is Chestnut's spot, and he's going to be taken out in favor, I think, probably of Danny Murtaugh. So Danny Murtaugh, who has not been hitting well, will come in, hitting 172. And he takes a strike, 0-1 the count, and that's high. It's 1-1 now on Danny. Swing and a miss, 1-2 the count. And he takes strike 3 called, and so much for that. We might as well let the pitcher hit. And who we're going to put in now? We could put in Casey. I don't want to put Bonham in because we just played him, or maybe a Higbee, and it'll be Higbee. I'm guessing that we're seeing a lot of pitching there in the middle because we had a doubleheader or something. I can't remember. You can go back and remind me. Connie Ryan takes a ball. There's a little ground ball to the right side, and it's through Fleming for a base hit. Ryan today 3 for 4, and here comes Marv Rickert. 10-5 the score, top of the 7th. Rickert takes a strike and a ball. 1-1 the count now on Rickert, and there's one pop behind the plate, out of play. It's 1-2 now on Marv. That's in the dirt for a ball. 2-2 the count now on Rickert. And there's an appeal on that one, and he went around, and that's strike 3. His first strikeout for Kirby Higbee of the season. 1 2/3 innings into it, and Jim Russell now up there takes the ball. And there's one fouled off, 1-1 the count. Inside under the elbows, 2-1 is the count now on Russell, and that one misses high, 3-1 the count. Swings through that next one, is a full count on Jim Russell, and he fouls another one back. Count remains full. That's off the plate. Now the bases runners are on first and second, and here's Eddie Stanky, hits one over to center field for the second out, 2 away, and here comes Tommy Holmes, who had that home run last time that made this game interesting again. 10-5 the score, 2 on again for Holmes as he takes a ball, and another ball up high, 2-0 the count. And there's a little ground ball over to shortstop, and Castiglione boots it a little bit, recovers, flips that one over to the second baseman Pascal for the out. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Ralph Kiner up there again. 0 for 3 today, but has scored twice. It's a little pop-up behind the plate. Macy's got that for the out, 1 away. Of course, as you know, Forbes Field has really large foul ground. Ed Fitzgerald takes a strike and then fouls one back, 0-2 the count. There's a ball to Fitzgerald, and another ball, 2-2 the count. That's fouled out of play. 2-2 the count remains. Low and away for ball 3, full count. And there's a little ground ball over to Lakeman. To Barrett, and he grabs that, throws to Lakeman for the out. 2 away, and it's Pete Castiglione. Hits a little ground ball over to third base. Reeser's got that one and throws to first for the out, and we go to the top of the eighth. It's Phil Macy up here for the Braves. Fouls one off. 0-1 the count on him, and 0-2 as he swings and misses a one. There's a little ground ball over to Bascal. Makes a great play on that one. Throws over to first, not in time. And Macy's on with a base hit. Hit number 11 for the Braves. And here's Al Lakeman, who hits a little ground ball over to Fleming, who goes to Castiglione for one. Relay throw to first, and not quite in time. Lakeman somehow able to beat that one out. He's run pretty well in this game. And up comes the pinch hitter, Bill Salkeld, who takes the strike. So it's a big, everybody pitches here today for the Braves. 1-1 the count now on Salkeld. That's grounded past the pitcher, Higbee, and into center field for a base hit, and that'll bring up P. Reeser. And we have to pay attention here now. It is a 5-run lead, but the Braves are rallying. 12 hits now for the Braves as Reeser takes the ball, and another ball. 2-0 is the count on him. That's hit out of play for a strike. 2-1 the count. Another one foul just out of play, out of everyone's reach. 2-2 the count. And there's a pop-up over behind first base. It's going to be Bascal making the catch on that one, 2 away. Connie Ryan comes up there now. So just about out of it is Kirby Higbee, and he throws a ball, just about falls off the mound. And boy, that's crushed to left field, high, long, and out of here. And Ryan has made this a 2-run game. 10-8 is the score now. So we've seen 2 2-run homers by the Braves. Ryan, who's 4 for 5 today, is one. Tommy Holmes, 2 for 4 today, is the other one. And they're still down by 2. Up comes Marv Rickard, and this game is closer and closer. Higbee not doing so well. And there's one hit under the glove of Fleming at first base into the corner, and Walker's able to get there. Rickard goes for second, puts on the afterburners, and just barely makes it. Runner on his second base now, and here's Jim Russell, who's the potential tying run. He fouls one off, takes the ball high, 1-1 the count. That's close, 2-1 now. That's way inside for ball 3, 3-1 the count on Jim. And that's under the hands, and that's going to be a walk by Higbee. We'll try to get one more out with him, and here's Eddie Stinky. Takes the ball high, 1-0 the count. High again, 2-0. That's low, 3-0 the count on Stanky, and there's ball 4, and that's it for Higbee. That is it for Higbee. He's just walked the bases loaded, and he's starting to really blow this one. We don't want to use any of these starters if we can help it. So probably Rip Sewell is going to come in next, trying to give these guys at least some rest. These guys who pitched on the 19th, we don't want to use too many of them. Rip Sewell comes in here, and he better throw some strikes. 3 starts, 3 relief appearances so far. And Holmes fouls one back. Holmes had that 3-run homer, takes the ball, and then fouls back another one, 1-2. 2-2 now the count on Tommy. There's a curveball that just stays high, full count on him. Come on, Rip. And that goes the other way, and Kiner goes over near the left field line and grabs that one for the out, and that does it. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, 10-8 now the score. Eddie Bachman up there now, and he's going to be up against Glenn Elliott, who has not pitched yet for the Braves. Elliott up there, and his first pitch is fouled back. 0-1 the count on Bachman. That misses inside. 1-1 the count now on Eddie. It's down the third base line, and Reeser gets a glove on that one, but he just slows that up and allows Bachman to reach second with the double. And up comes Dixie Walker. We've seen a lot of offense in this one. 9 hits for the Pirates, 14 for the Braves. Pirates up 10-8. There's a foul ball by Walker, and he takes the ball. 1-1 the count. That's low for a ball. 2-1 the count now on Dixie. That's just tight. 3-1 is the count now on Walker, and he takes ball 4, and he will take his base. That'll bring up Wally Westlake now. Runners on at first and second. First pitch is in there to Wally, and it's fouled away. 0-1 is the count on him. Foul to the backstop again. It's 0-2. And there's the line drive by Lakeman as he dives for it and into right field for a base hit. We're going to try to move everybody, see if Bachman can score. And the throw gets past Reeser, was thrown to third base. It's backed up. Walker stays at third. The run scores, and it's 11-8. Here comes Les Fleming. Fleming now, runners on first and third, and he takes the ball outside. 1-0 the count. That's popped up to the left side. Ryan, the shortstop's got that one for the out, one away. And here's Monty Bascal, who takes the ball. 1-0 the count. That's on the outside corner for a strike. And then the next one is hit over to Rickard in left field for the second out. And the runner tags and scores 2 away. And it's 12-8 Pirates. And here comes that pitcher, Rip Sewell. Takes a ball inside, and that one gets away from Macy, who's having a heck of a game behind the plate. That's a wild pitch on Elliott, and Westlake moves up to second base. They're ruling that a wild pitch. And so now there's a runner in scoring position for Rip Sewell, who hits a little fly ball over to center field. Russell running in on that one and just barely makes the catch. Has to dive face first for that one. And we go to the top of the 9th, 12-8 now the score. Pirates still in the lead. It's Phil Macy up there. Macy takes a fastball up and in, 1-0 the count. He's got to be exhausted after this game. There's another one up and in, 2-0 the count. There's a strike to him. It's 2-1. And that's just low, 3-1 now the count on Phil. And that's ball 4 off the plate, I should say, rather. First walk given up by Sewell in this game. And here comes the pinch hitter, Dom Thompson, who takes the ball. Ground ball over to Fleming and throws over to first for 1. And the relay throw just not in time. Thompson somehow able to beat that one up. And here comes Sibby Sisti. Sisti takes the ball. And then there's a curve at the belt. 1-1 the count. And that's a little high. 2-1 the count now on Sibby. Swings and misses that one. It's 2-2. And that pitch is high. Full count now on Sibby. And there's a good breaking ball by Rip Sewell for strike 3. 2 away. And here comes Pete Reeser. Runner on first base still. And that's up for a ball. 1-0 the count on Reeser. And that's inside. And he fouls it away. 1-1 the count. Another inside fastball for a ball. 2-1 the count. That's hit over to Westlake in center field, and that'll do it. So the Pirates end up winning this one 12-8, the final score. We'll see what happens with the Giants. The Giants will play in the next Diamond Mine game we do, so that'll be in 2 days. And we'll see what happens. If the Giants win, they'll maintain that 2.5-game lead over Pittsburgh. If they lose, everything's going to get really exciting. It was off camera, but the Dodgers won as well, beat the Cardinals and pretty handedly. So that's what's going on here, and we are seeing Brooklyn continue to rise. They are 13 they have 13 wins, I should say, in their last 15 games. So this is turning into a heck of a pennant race. I hope that you stay with us through the entirety of it, because it's going to last quite a few months. We should have a lot of good baseball here for you. I'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.